Welcome to all. Let's move to the third problem. The third problem is similar like previous one, but the only thing is the load condition is changes. So this was examination problem, important one. Analyze the beam shown in figure. Determine the end reactions. Also find the deflections at midspan. That is, take E is equal to 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square, and I is 5 into 10 raised to 6 mm to the power of 4. So again same cantilever beam given. The thing is now here also the load is given, that is uniformly distributed load. Here the value is different. Here the magnitude is 12 and here is 24. So and the length of the span of the beam is given up to 5 meter 12 kN is acting, up to 5 meter again 24 kN is acting. It is completely fixed here. Again here the ruler support is given. So therefore corresponding FEM modeler you can show it. So we divided again two elements and corresponding nodes are 1, 2, 3, and corresponding nodal displacement are V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2 and V2 theta 3, and corresponding nodal forces are F1 M1, F2 M2, F3 M3, and L1 L2 again it is same 5, both are same length. Now E, so as I told you for magnitude they are given in terms of Newton per meter, therefore everything you convert into meter. Therefore when you converted E is for both elements is same. E1 equal to E2, it is 10 raised to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. You need to convert into 10 raised to Newton per meter square. So that is divided by 10 raised to minus 3 whole square. Then you will get 200 into 10 raised to 9 Newton per meter square. Similarly W1 is this one, the 12 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per meter. L1 is 5 meter. Similarly W2 will be 24 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per meter, and L2 is 5 meter. And as well as inertia, moment of inertia is 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter to the power of 4. So everything we convert into meter. Now next step is we need to find the element stiffness matrix. So based on the each element we need to calculate. So here L1 value you need to substitute here, that is L1 we consider as 5. Therefore you substitute corresponding E1 value, E value, I value as well as L value. Then if you simplify, this will get 8 into 10 raised to 3 and this will get like this. Substitute the L1 value, that is suppose 6 into 5 30, similarly minus 12, 6 into 5 30, like that, so on. So node 1 corresponding to 1 and 2, therefore this V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2, here also same. Similarly for element 2, EI by L2, L2 value also 5, you substitute the same, and here element 2 corresponding to node 2 and 3, therefore corresponding nodal displacement are V2 theta 2, V2 theta 3, same thing here. If we simplify that, you will get here 8 into 10 raised to 3 and here inside this much. Therefore finally we need to add the global stiffness matrix. We need to find by adding K1 and K2 as usual procedure. You add it, so you will get again 6 cross 6 matrix size. Now we need to find the global load vector. For that we need to find nodal force vector for each element, that is F1 and F2 both are subject to a UDL load. Therefore there is no F1 M1 F2 M2, which is all 0. Therefore that is vertical force as well as movement is 0. Therefore we need to find the F1 is here with respect to UDL is W1 L1 by 2, W1 L1 square by 12 and W1 L1 by 2 and minus W1 L1 square by 12. So W1 corresponding L1 value substitute, then simplify this, then you will get this much. Similarly element 2 also subject to UDL, but here now we need to substitute W2 L2. So W2 L2 by 2, W2 L2 square by 2, W2 L2 by 2 minus W2 L2 square by 12 is not better. So it is 12. So we got in nodal displacements. So nodal force vector, we need to find the global force vector by adding F1 and F2. So this is corresponding V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2, V3 theta 3. So similarly we need to find what is global nodal displacement vector, that is delta is equal to V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2, V3 theta 3, that is unknown. And finally we need to substitute equilibrium equation, all the values, that is K delta is equal to F. So global stiffness matrix substitute, and global nodal displacement value substitute, and global force vector value, this one you substitute. Now we need to apply the next step is boundary condition. As usual, now using elimination approach we are going to find. So here also I can observe now it's the same like previous problem. Boundary condition will not change. Here node 1 is fixed, therefore there is no vertical displacement as well as slope. V1 theta 1 is completely 0. Here roller support, here also roller support at node 2 and 3, therefore there is no vertical deflection, but there is a slope, it can able to rotate, therefore V2 V3 is 0. Therefore we need to eliminate those corresponding eliminate corresponding rows and columns as told. So here we first will write V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2, V3 theta 3. So first row, first column, second row, second column, V2 also 0, therefore third row, third column, theta 2 is not 0 but V3 is 0, V3 means fifth row and fifth column 0. Therefore what is left? 200, 50, 50, 100 into 10, 8 into 10 raised to 3 is equal to minus 25 into 10 raised to 3, 50 into 10 raised to 3. If we solve this, the slopes you will get theta 2 is 0.035 radian, theta 3 will get 0.0803 radian. Now they are asking the even reaction also in this problem, therefore we need to find the reaction, that is R is equal to K delta minus F. So therefore R is R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, corresponding K delta and F value substitute. Now we know V1 is 0, V2 is 0, theta 1 is 0, V2 also 0, but V3 theta 3 we got theta 2 we got 0.035, V3 is 0 and theta 3 is 0.08. You substitute that and simplify. I shown one step how to simplify, and similarly you calculate directly, can use in by calci also. R1 will get 24.43 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, R2 will get 10.72 and R3 is 109.3, R4 is 0, R5 is 49.28 Newton, R6 will get 0. So if you add this, you will get you have to get the total forces. You will get it. You can cross verify. You will get the same. And also they are asking finally same thing like previous problem. What is the deflection at the midspan? So deflection at the midspan for each UDL. Therefore in both element now subject UDL. Therefore only will get first element 1. It is element 1, here node 1 and node 2, corresponding UDL is 12. Therefore we need to find out what is the deflection at this midspan. So node 1 it is 5 meter. So therefore x is L by 2, L by 2, that is 2.5, 2.5, and here n1, n2 shape functions, here n3, n4. So you have to use a Hermite shape function, that is y1 is equal to n1 v1 n2 theta 1 plus n2 v2 plus n4 theta n3 v2 plus n4 theta 2. Don't write 3 and 4, you should be clear. So we know that v1 is 0, therefore corresponding this is become 0, and also we know theta 1 also 0, therefore this also 0, and also we know that v2 also 0, therefore only you have to calculate n4. Therefore n4 is minus x square by L plus x cube by L. Here we are calculating for element 1, therefore L1, L1. X means L1 by 2, that is 2.5. You substitute, then n4 will get minus 0.0625. Therefore y1 become n4 into theta 2. Theta 2 we know, that is we find out at minus 0.0357. Therefore y1 will get 0.02231 meter. Similarly for eliminate 2, we need to consider, write the free body diagram. So here node 2, node 3, and here the W is 24 kilonewton meter and the length is 5 meter, therefore x become 2.5 again. Here n1, n2, n3, n4. Therefore y2 is equal to n1 v2 plus n2, here v2 theta 2, here v3 theta 3. Therefore n1 v2 plus n2 theta 2 plus n3 v3 plus n4 theta 3. Again we know that v2 is 0, therefore this whole thing becomes 0, and theta 2 is not equal to 0. V3 is 0, therefore this whole term, therefore you need to calculate only N2 as well as N4. N4 we already found out it. N2 we need to calculate, but N4 if you so here in the same, but in the suppose because distance is same, L2, if distance not same means you have to calculate the N4. One second. So therefore N2 is x minus 2x square by L plus x cube by L. Here corresponding L is L2 value to substitute. So therefore you will get around 0.625, and theta 2 is we already found it minus 0.0357 radian. And N3 N3 you no need to N4 actually. N4 we need to calculate this. N4 we need to calculate, that is as usual you will get 0.625, 0.0625, and theta 3 is 0.0803. Therefore y2 is equal to N2 theta 2 plus N4 theta 3. You substitute all the corresponding value, you will get deflection at the second element midspan of is y2 is equal to minus 0.072 meter. So this completes the problem number 3. Very important one. Thank you.